She was really worried, and I said, come on, Mom, this is Ottawa. It's pretty liberal. What's the worst that can happen? Like a gang of cannibals setting upon me or something? She said, well, it could happen. That's my mother. And I said, well, no problem. Nobody wants to eat hormone-infused meat. Or trans fats.
Hi, welcome to the Trans Canada Project again, and today we're going to interview Dianne Skoll, who is a South African-born software engineer who transitioned a little later in life and found an outlet as a comedian. So we're just going to talk a little bit this morning with Dianne about being a comedian. Hi, Dianne.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us, after you transitioned, I mean, a lot of people are like, I'm scared of being out there. Why would I put myself out there like that? So why comedy?
That was actually my motivation. I was a bit scared to be out there. So I decided to do something that would really push the boundaries, make me really feel outside my comfort zone. So I took an improv class. So I did improv comedy, and I discovered that I completely loved it. So I did improv for probably 2 years, a bunch of classes, and then I did a few performances in local venues in Ottawa. And then about 2 years into improv, I decided, I would really like to try stand-up comedy because I think I'd enjoy that. And I discovered that I really loved it. It was like a shot of endorphins when I got my first laugh. And after my very first set ever at a club, one of the staff came to me and said, you should keep doing this. You're pretty funny. So that was very encouraging. And I kept doing it. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 5 years now, and I just love it.
Awesome. How have you been received by people in general?
In general, pretty well. I mean, nobody has said or done anything transphobic, really. I had one person, when I started speaking, yell out, "Oh my God, that's a guy." But that was the only case. And I don't think he was maliciously motivated. I think he was just surprised.
Do you get many trans people in your audiences that know you're trans and want to come and listen to you because you're trans?
Well, sometimes. They're mostly my friends that I bug to come and see the shows. There are a surprisingly large number of trans comedians, actually. There are at least probably 4 or 5 just in Ottawa that I know of. So the comedy community, actually, stand-up has a sort of image of being the place where misogynistic and offensive people go to vent. But in my experience, it's actually not really like that. It's actually a pretty diverse community. Plenty of LGBT people, plenty of queer people, and mostly very tolerant.
That's cool. So the diversity is shown even in comedy, just like it is with every other area of life. Yeah. If you could play on a stage anywhere at all, your dream place to be able to do stand-up comedy, where would that be?
Well, my dream would be a Netflix special, I guess. But I don't know. I'd love to play like a big venue that can hold hundreds of people, like in the National Arts Centre in Ottawa, or I'm not as familiar with the venues in Toronto, but I don't assume they do comedy at Massey Hall or anything like that, but some big venue would be great.
So when you become internationally famous as a comedian, you'll still remember us little people down here, and maybe we'll be able to touch base again one sometime.
I'll say yes.
You're on video now, so we're going to hold you to that. What upcoming shows have you got going on? What, if you want to tell people what you're up to, this will probably be posted next Monday. So, following that, anything you'd like to tell people, come on out and see?
Yeah. So live comedy in Ottawa is starting up again, we think, as far as we know. I'm doing shows at Yuk Yuk's on the last weekend of June, which I believe is the 25th, 26th, and 27th of June. It's a Friday through Sunday. It's actually a pride show called Laugh Out Proud. And there are 5 shows. So I'll be doing 5 shows over those 3 days. You have to go to yukyuks.com to buy tickets online. And it's an outdoor venue with all kinds of COVID safety protocols in place.
Wonderful. So how can people find you in general? How can we get them to connect with you?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I have a website, which is just my name, dianne.skoll.ca. And there's a comedy tab on that website that lists all of my upcoming shows. I also make YouTube videos called The Trans Canadian, which is very similar to the name of your project. And those are like all over the place. Some of them talk about trans issues and are reasonably serious. Others are just ridiculous sketch comedies. Basically, whatever I feel like doing when I make that video goes on to YouTube.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, Dianne. And everybody watching, make sure you go and check out the website and the YouTube videos. She's very funny.
Great. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Bye now, Dianne.
Bye.